Okay, we should be live. We'll get started in just 1 second. All right, so I'm going to do Bitcoin and Ethereum only. Starting my alts only video starting this Tuesday, most likely. Um, Tuesday or Wednesday, based on how the week goes. Also, we have a big event this week, FOMC, on Wednesday. Before we actually do TA, we want to look at some indicators for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's actually start off with the 50, 10, 10, 50 cross. Everything looks great. We're holding actually over the 10, the green. Worst case, if we are to fall to the 50, it's around 111.5K at the moment, and it'll be rising. Weekly looks great as well. We're just moving on along. Uh, and then yearly pivots. You guys know I love to look at the pivots on um, two different time, two different views basically. The Haganashi candles. Basically, what it tells me is if we are to retest 110, I would long it to 148K. I don't know if we get that perfect retest or not, or we just kind of take off, but that's where we currently sit. But if we are to switch and look at the normal candles, we are at R1 right now. Perfectly at R1. So if we are to flip and get bullish, we need to be over 121.661. Um, and then we target basically on 150K. And then outside of the pivots, my favorite indicator, the cloud trend looks bullish. Every time we tested the high time frame weekly Kijun, we've bounced. We've bounced. Daily looks amazing as well. um, Last week we had a bounce right off the blue line, the Tenken, and cloud looks great. If we are to be bearish, daily cloud retest level is at 111K area. Let's see how it goes though. So far we're holding, so we keep holding and moving up. The Kijun will start curling up as well. Uh, all indicators look great on um, Ethereum, or sorry, Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. I want to take a look at Ethereum as well as um, the ETH BTC chart um, on indicators. Let's look at the cloud real quick since we have it up. Daily cloud looks great. Tested the cloud, broke out, tested the cloud, recrossed bullish, then just took off. And then now, weekly, we broke out, consolidating over the cloud. We need two things on weekly time frame. We need a bullish TK cross right here, and a bullish cloud flip from red to green. We should be getting that probably within the next week or 2 or 3, especially since we are way above the cloud. Um, let's see how that goes, and then the yearly pivots obviously for. Sorry, I hate doing this. The yearly pivots for ETH right here. We are over the pivot, so we're looking at 42.59 next. But again, you guys know I love to look at it on the Haganashi candles. On Haganashi candles, we are looking at 40.92 next, and then 52.30 next. I actually think we get to R2 probably a lot sooner than we expect, especially with all the bullish inflows we've been getting. We've gotten 4 consecutive days of bullish inflows more than Bitcoin, and that's the first time that's happened as well. So Ethereum definitely looks super super bullish with all these little treasury companies now copying Sailor's book and doing it on the ETH side. Anyways, I'm expecting all time high in 5.2K, to be honest. Let's also take a quick look, or actually, let's look at the MA cross. Weekly flipped bullish last week. Daily has been bullish. We bounced over and just holding. The next one I actually do want to take a look at is the ETH BTC chart. Daily flip bullish here. We've been taking off. Weekly, we actually are over the 50. So if we can hold over, consolidate, and then take off, that'd be great. And then let's take a look at the yearly pivots real quick. So as long as we hold yearly pivot sets, as long as we hold 0.031, we should test 0.046 next. Let's look at it on regular candles as well, which is basically saying we flip support and we're looking at the pivot around roughly same 0.42 area. That done, let's go back to the BTC chart and actually do some TA. So here's our weekly chart. Let me zoom in. The same thing. We've been bullish from way down here. On daily time frame, we had our entry at 84.326, and then on weekly we had our entry at 89, basically 90k. We hit our daily TP right here at 113.8k, and then our weekly TP is still up here at 136, and this is also where our golden pocket is of the recent current move down. So this is the area I'm kind of looking at next. And obviously if we are to be super bullish, 2-to-1 FIB extension is at 160k. Let's see what we get. Weekly time frame, we don't really have much going on. Everything looks great as long as we are over this red line, which is at 110k, $598.55 on Coinbase. There's no worries on high time frame on weekly. All we're really doing right here is chopping between these two white lines. That's all we're really doing. If we are bullish, we are going to actually hold over this white line right here. So if we're bullish, we hold over, what is this? 118,560, and we test the highs. But again, nothing to worry about, probably just consolidate. Here's our daily time frame and levels as well. Again, nothing to be worried about on daily time frame as well, as long as we are holding over $109,255 on daily closes. No worries. If we are to lose it, then we look much lower. But again, both daily and weekly levels are roughly around 110k area. Again, I don't even think we test way down here. We might just kind of take off. This gray box is on the daily time frame is what we're basically chopping around in right now. Sorry about that. On daily time frame and levels, this is what we're doing. We're just chopping in this gray box. Bullish over, bearish under on the box. Again, nothing to worry about on daily time frame. Trend levels, everything is holding. We're just consolidating after this move up. 4 hours is kind of worrisome if we are to lose 118,000 again, this yellow line, 118,058 to be exact. So if we do something like that and roll over, I would actually look for some sort of a higher low to kind of short over there. Let me change this color so it doesn't look all weird. And this is basically where we want to short the higher low. It could be up here, here, wherever it is. That's where you'd look to short. But again, as long as we're over this green line, 118,275, no worries. We're likely going to test 121, 122. The levels I really love on Bitcoin is lower time frame, to be honest. We're basically saying we've been bullish, and then here's our bullish retest right here too. We've been bullish since we closed over 117,180, and we're targeting 122,000.4k. That's our levels. And then if we are going to be bearish, if we lose 117.4K, we'd be looking for shorts. So something like that, and we'd enter shorts right here. That's basically Bitcoin. Nothing to be worried about on any time frame, to be honest. Everything looks bullish on weekly, daily, 4 hours, 30 minutes. So yeah, looks great. Let's do ETH next, please. Let's go. All right. Sorry. So here's our Ethereum chart. On daily time frame, we had another long right here, which obviously we hit TP on. I think we probably went over this in the last stream. Weekly TP is still at 4.5K. So again, that's what I'm expecting right here. Probably go a little bit over. Would love to see new all-time highs and see how it goes from there. But again, we did have a nice little long that printed, consolidated, got nice entry, and we wrote it on leverage. And now it's at weekly resistance. Break over on weekly resistance would be 39.65, and it'd be bullish. Daily time frame is what I'm really looking at. We have these two main resistance right here. We're actually testing the first one. I'd probably just get rid of this, to be honest. We're testing the first main resistance right now, actually today, as we speak. So let's see what we get. These are the two main resistance to get over. I don't really know if we blast right through it, if we consolidate more. But again, nothing really to be worried about. Still looks bullish. 4 hour, nothing happened. We held this gray box. Swept it right here. And then this is still our target, 39.90 on 4 hour time frame. You can see how some of these actually take forever to hit, right? So this one, we were bullish way down here. And it was like, what? Almost a 50% move. But if you think about it, it ended up taking us like what? Since we got the close till when we actually got it was what? 66, almost 67 days. So more than 2 months, right? And then this obviously didn't take that long. This kind of looks like might be like a little cup and handle right here. Cup and then a little handle, and then it just kind of takes off. Let's see what happens when we hit, we also hitting 4 hour resistance as well. And let's see if we hit LG and if we reject or not. Same thing, 30 minutes, we were bullish right here as well. Our target is higher. Let's see what happens when we actually hit our targets on ETH. The next one I actually want to go over, which I actually think is the main chart and the only chart you should really be paying attention to especially if you're trading alts. If you're bullish ETH and Bitcoin, obviously you want to be trading alts. That's where majority of the gains is. Obviously let's look at it quickly on the weekly levels. These are all our weekly levels. Next, we have a couple coming up right here, but then we also have the resistance we're running into. Here's the daily chart that I love. As long as daily holds this white line at 0.03093, we're looking basically for another 100% move. So 2.06. Looks super bullish. These dotted lines are basically resistance areas. Could easily, do something like that, consolidate and then go up, or even, something like this. And then go up, right? But let's see what we get. As long as we're over this white line, we're ultra bullish to 0.06, basically another double up on ETH on ETHBTC chart terms. Same thing with 4 hours, bullish over this yellow line, 0.03096, all the way to 0.935, basically 0.036, about a 16% move. So again, everything looks good. Everything looks bullish. Let's see what we get this week. Again, I will be doing a separate stream either Tuesday or Wednesday on alt specifically. Got about 10 lined up that I will be going over weekly. We'll be tracking it. All the charts and everything is available in Discord. It is free, so feel free to come join and check it out. Alright, guys, I will see you in a couple days on the